Welcome to the finale of Lost Future, the story thus far. Flora was a fucking idiot.
Flora saved Layton. Race the stop.
Luke, we've seen this. Luke, we've seen this already. Let me do the Cliff Notes version. Clive is an evil shit.
Can the professor find a way to stop Clive wiping out the great metropolis with his machine?
And they all lived happily ever after the fucking end.
We haven't reached that part yet.
Someone needs to be professional.
I'm gonna skip this because we've seen this in the last part, so skipping this part. Alright, we've reached endgame.
All up to you now, Professor.
Of course it is. It's called Professor Layton. Alright.
Now here's the final puzzle.
Whoa! ADP carats.
But
System of
actually, I don't think I've ever explained this to Theo. But basically, Theo, the way pick rats work is if you don't fail at all in puzzles, if you don't have to retry or anything, you'll get all the pick rats. But if you fail a puzzle once, you won't be able to get that puzzle's pick rats unless you load from a save point or something like that.
A system of gears is shown below. Gear A turns in the direction of its red arrows. Currently causes gear B to turn in the direction of its red arrow.
Useful?
I'm sorry, what, Shuri?
I forget. What are the picker rats used for?
Basically,
unlocking extras.
Unlocking extras. Basically, if you want to unlock the extras swiftly, try to seriously solve the puzzles as well as you can without failing. If you do that way, you'll be able to unlock puzzles fast. Don't worry. Even if you fail, like intrusively to every single puzzle, there are still enough puzzles in the game to unlock every single extra. So that's not.
I mean, otherwise, you can just consider it
what it does. Basically, to sum it up, the better you are at the game, the faster you unlock the extras. Basically.
Basically, put the gears together.
Right, Jova?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Oh.
Yes.
You better. If you screw this up, we die.
And then everyone died.
Cognizant.
Oh. You reverse the power to actress.
Oh, come on, Professor. You love puns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Hino does. I don't know about Professor.
Whoa.
I love puns.
What the?
Well. Think of it like this, Dwebs. They're still not as bad as the Roberto Williams puns.
What was that?
I don't know.
You done fucked up, Professor.
Has caused the fortress to start destroying itself.
Who knew that?
Oh no!
Well, they had to do something. They didn't.
We've got to get out of here right now.
Was either that or let Clyde level London. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
At least we don't have a counter.
The transport port doesn't seem to be working.
That's
Do
just
I?
great.
Sure.
The fortress is tearing itself apart and causing some of the systems to go haywire.
Well, shit.
Yeah, boy.
That ain't good.
That's okay. Just pull a Metroid. Oh, okay.
I don't think we can risk going back up to the deck.
If only Adam was here to tell us how to think.
Yeah.
They will just have to use the car to escape. This way.
I'm gonna.
Sure.
By the way, be sure to not do that game without me because I have such a huge bone to pick with that game. But then again, who doesn't? I guess.
What game?
Other M.
Other
M.
Okay.
It's basically the King's. Well, actually, not that much. Never mind.
Hold on.
I'm
Important
exaggerating.
scene.
I'm exaggerating. Yeah.
Clive, you were seriously not thinking Layton would try to...
Actually, hold on, Theo. Hino's got you. Hino's thought of that, so never mind. Just wait. You'll see, Theo.
Okay. What is this, Moulin Rouge now? Ow!
That hurt.
Indeed, it did. It knocked him out, but we'll get back to him.
Clive.
All right. Little mobile.
Right.
There's
There's no time to waste. Get in the car.
Can I try
Oh, I get it.
We're making our escape by car. Is this some kind of joke?
Weren't you like in coma or something?
Nah, he's out of it now since we got
I'll
him
do
out
my
of the
best to drive
machine.
safely, Prime Minister. With you. Okay, I'll do my.
Isn't this quite an honor, Layton? You've got the own Prime Minister with you. What are you waiting for? We've got to go!
Okay, everyone, strap in. Oh, the Prime Minister doesn't have a seatbelt. Oh, well, never mind.
Put him in the boot, Professor.
All right, cutscene.
See, he really doesn't have a seatbelt.
Wow, he really doesn't have a
Of course.
seatbelt.
Well, it's not like he, well, it's not like we need safety for him, according to you guys.
Yes, but without a prime minister, they'll devolve into chaos. So we have to rescue him.
Oh well, I guess
in chaos.
I guess
And
we
now
have.
we're watching an episode of Top Gear.
Oh shit!
Tonight,
Oh, boy.
Professor Layton drives on a mech.
Oh dear, indeed.
Now what do we do? The road's blocked.
Don't panic, Luke. I'm sure you can find a way over this mess for us. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, Dick
so
Layton's
much
not as
less
far off from
puzzle.
my Layton.
So when is the last puzzle again?
Never mind. I guess
I know what the last puzzle is.
I screwed it. That's right. Jova's right. Yeah, I screwed up again. Never mind. Never mind.
Each bomb will completely.
Oh my god, so let's see. How is it that I'm the one who remembers what the last puzzle is? You're the Layton man.
Honestly, Joe and Pedro, it would have been odd to end the game with a number that wasn't, 130 or something.
Actually, it wouldn't be the first time the series does that. So.
Although, to be fair, Pedro, you do have to admit that cog puzzle would have been an underwhelming last puzzle.
So yeah,
compared
guys,
to the new ones.
maybe Dick Layton wasn't inaccurate to the real Layton,
No.
forcing Luke to do this for him.
Seriously?
Well,
He went out of nowhere.
Well, Layton's driving. He can't really do this. So.
Anywho, basically this puzzle is just detonating it all. So yeah, Luke just blew up enough.
It's a little tribute to the Tetris 2 game for the NES, I guess, which also had bombs.
Boom! Great job. Now get out of here.
All right, I love this cutscene now. That's coming up.
Yes! I did it, Professor!
We're not out of the woods yet. Hold on tight, everyone.
All right, here we go.
Huh. Oh, shit.
Oh. Well, this is awkward.
Layton holds his hat.
Yep, sorry, not taking this off.
Why are you steering?
One more thing. See that red button over there? That's your ticket out of trouble. Just an extra little fee.
All right, here we go then.
That's
Please
impressive.
let it be just for the strike situation.
That's your extra health. It will throw out the Prime Minister.
There we go. The Layton Mobile is now a flying Layton Mobile.
Thunderbirds, I'll go.
Oh, I love this line coming up.
Can you believe it?
Yes, Paul was always
Pay attention, I love this line.
good with machines.
Whoa! Professor, I didn't know you could fly a plane.
A plane? This is an automobile. Well done, Layton.
You fell for my trap. I mean, good job.
I played. This is an automobile. I love the way he says that.
Well, he's right.
Is that the last of them then?
There we go. See, we've evacuated everyone to the city.
All residents of the
Well, actually, no. He means the underground city ones.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't know how many people actually died in this.
Layton.
This is the first time. I think this is the first time we've heard Barton speak.
Actually, no. There have been others.
No.
Okay.
No, we heard him speak in the very first cutscene of this game, actually.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous.
He's not the only one to blame. You do know that, don't you, Professor?
I do.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get him then.
I doubt Layton would let him die anyway.
Oh, shut up, David.
Well, to be fair, it would seem like a suicide mission at this
Now it's time for
point.
Celeste to
Being a
shine.
backseat driver.
And now it's time for Celeste to shine.
No, Celeste! Now what?
Not to worry, Luke. When you're all safe, I'll go back for her.
All right then.
All right. Bye, Celeste. Hope you enjoy your day of eternal death.
Oh yeah, that's right. Before Emmy Altava, this was the action girl.
Remember that Luke went for a sprint on a giant robot in the Tunnel Diva.
Yeah.
City. All inhabitants are safe now. My thanks, Inspector.
All right. Back to get Celeste.
How do I take off?
Simple. Oh, come on, Professor. Like you yourself said, this is an automobile. You should know how to drive this.
But automobiles don't take off.
I guess he's seen Harry Potter.
End for me.
With my dying breath,
That's
I...
not true, Clive. You can always start again and try to repair the damage you've done.
In prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as
No,
you get out of
don't
prison.
worry, don't worry, don't worry. He is going to
Talk
prison.
about
Don't
that
worry.
later. This place won't hold much longer.
Why are you, of all people, helping me?
Because they
I
can.
can't just leave you here.
It's called compassion.
Don't
Something
you know
you
what I've
don't
done?
have.
What I tried to do.
Yes, but I would never leave you here to die. After all, so much of this tragedy was caused by the mistakes we scientists made.
And she's fallen asleep again.
I see.
Well, hey, that's,
You know-
maybe that's our...
You know, Dwebs, there is more. You know, Dwebs, there is more than one reason why people close their eyes.
That's what it looks like to me. It's like they fall asleep.
But they're talking.
It's like Will Smith falling asleep on camera.
Basically, Dwebs, ask an animator, and all animators will tell you that one of the easiest ways to make a character look like he's in pain, in internal pain, is to have him close his eyes in a dramatic way.
And then the monster flattened most of London, which would have done even worse, which does even worse damage than if it just walked around flattening the city.
Thank goodness this isn't during the 1700s. Imagine how much England would have taxed America for this.
You'd probably never have any money again.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I can think of a more peaceful scenario. Basically, since almost all England was destroyed, everyone would just immigrate to America and start there.
Oh boy.
And
I
there's
can
even
see
more
that
places
now.
destroyed.
America practically merged with England as Englanders now play the role of
You caused a
colonials.
crater in London.
Yeah, and then everyone from England moved to America. The end.
But Jova, I don't see any cartoony characters in amidst the anime characters over there.
Americans will be made to pay rent in the form of tea.
All right.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I
taxes
think so,
and everything
Professor.
else.
And now, are you guys ready for the final big twist?
Yeah. This is the
I'm starting to thinking.
there's also
How
there's also the fact that this is actually considered by pretty much almost everybody as the best ending of a Layton game.
Me, boy. I don't want any trouble.
Inspector, a moment, please.
Just what do you think you're doing? This man poses an imminent threat to our national security.
Shut up!
Oh, so
So
now
Bob
you care about our national security.
It's,
So,
it's amazing how
guys,
accurate this is to him.
So, guys, is the pot calling the kettle black here?
No matter the cost.
But he killed a bunch of people, so
You've got some
by all
nerve,
means, book him.
man.
Professor,
Shut up.
Answer me one question, Clive. You knew full well I'd stand in the way of your plot.
Yeah.
So why did you send for me?
Dimitri was sure he needed you for his project, but I knew full well
Project?
the threat you posed to
Project.
my class.
Remember, he thought he was building the
I
time machine, even though he
suppose I still
wasn't.
led you all the way to the heart
No,
of
no,
my
me and
being.
Sheila
No,
were
no, no, the
angry about the
pronunciation of
pronunciation.
I
project.
was toying with you, but at some point, I realized I was enjoying our time together. Maybe part of me wanted somebody to save me from my all-consuming madness, as you did. All those
You could have
years
been a
ago.
bit more
In that
blatant
case,
about
boy,
it.
Hold on,
you
backstory.
suffer from a lot of worse schizophrenia.
So yeah, remember the kid from the flashback? That was Clive.
Yeah, as I guessed.
Pull yourself together, boy. There's nothing to be done. Jump back in there and you'll die too. That was you.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't recognize me.
Might be able to talk me
Well, it's
down
been
from
10
your
years, so...
insanity again.
I don't remember every
This
base,
is the
dear
second
Clive.
time you've saved my life now. Thank you.
Yes, and now you're being thrown into the prison.
Yeah, you're gonna rot in hell in prison.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I intend to atone for my crimes. I look forward to the day we meet again.
Never.
You're probably getting life.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
Life treats
But guys, remember, it's Britain. And going off of what we see in the crossover in Great Ace Attorney, he'll probably be out sooner or later.
Take him back to headquarters.
Yes, sir.
And make sure he doesn't, if headquarters are still around, that is.
Criminals like him make me think the whole world has gone mad. Despicable. Justice.
Shut up!
This guy will be BFF
Oh,
with
Also
Senator
so blinded by
Armstrong.
their own motivations that they lose sight of the damage they do. But criminals aren't the only blind ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You implying
Social commentary.
Nothing at all. Just stating the facts, sir.
Just stating the
Now, if you'll
facts.
excuse me.
Thank
I
you,
still have
Hino.
work
Yeah. By the way, tell me you're fired.
There we go.
And we've doubly solved Puzzle 5.
Future Luke is really a young man named Clive who lost his parents in the time machine 10 years ago. Yet been playing. He called upon Layton, hoping the person would save him from his own
Oh,
madness
I
again.
didn't notice we could doubly solve puzzles.
Yeah.
We can.
So that's why Clive.
All right,
looked
so
all
pay
those-
attention because here it comes.
When I think of all the suffering I caused in the name of research.
For
It
science.
was terrible. But I see you must have loved Claire very much to do what you did.
The more I reflect on it, the more unsure I am as to whether it was love or pride that compelled me. For 10 long years I chased after what so many called impossible. But I've come to my senses now.
Aw.
But you know, Herschel, there
There's
is
one detail.
that you got wrong.
What are you referring to?
I was born in England, you bastard.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think I have much longer here, Herschel.
I don't know what you mean.
Are you on a
You've
timed
taken awfully
contract?
good care of that hat I gave you.
What did you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
There you are,
suspected
Layton.
that in the
I
last
better
10
backtrack
minutes.
check on Claire's family like you asked.
Oh, it's not
There's
quite
no
done
record
yet.
of Claire.
That
Did I
actually
say
makes
the
me
same
wonder.
minute?
Don't worry, don't worry.
uh,
They're going to explain. Don't worry.
Next little thing.
Yes, it was quite a shock when I first worked it out.
But you can't really mean.
Oh yeah.
It's me, Herschel. It's
Really? Ugh.
Almost love.
Well, it defies logic. It seems the experiment 10 years
You're
ago
telling me it
was
defies logic?
Yep, it turns out the time machine actually did work.
It did work
To
for
an
that brief.
extent.
Hold on. It worked in that brief moment before it exploded.
Yes, the time machine worked. If only for that single moment before it exploded.
Yep.
That's not possible.
Oh yes, it is, Layton.
Unfortunately, however, there were more complications.
Yeah, let me guess. It's not very stable.
Nope.
Shortly
Exactly.
after appearing in
Good
the
job, Liz.
present, Claire's body showed signs of molecular instability.
She should have used the TARDIS.
Yeah.
I attribute that phenomenon to the incomplete nature
Sorry,
of
the doctor
time
was in
machine.
Wales at the time.
Because he moved it there for some reason.
I worked on the machine in the hopes of finding a way to stabilize her existence in the present.
So that's his actual bigger motivation
Finally,
for working on the
for
time
once.
machine.
Return to her own time.
Finally, a Layton game actually lets there be something out there in supernatural or stuff.
I beg Dimitri to stop his work. Tampering further with time can only result in more anomalies.
Yeah, everyone could be
Tell you
dissolving.
the chaos we'd release upon the world if we tried to save the dead from their fate. The flow of time must remain linear. We all know the consequences of change.
Can I bring up something?
Hold on to it
Yeah.
later.
Hold on.
That's when I knew the only way to stop him was through you, Herschel. What Dimitri, Bill, and I did 10 years ago broke the laws.
Which of course means that she's gonna go back to the moment of the blast, which means she's
To die.
yeah.
Basically.
She's gonna die.
This is all so incomprehensible.
Earlier on, you were flying a car.
So she's dead, but she's not dead, but now she's going to be dead again.
Yeah.
Basically, she's gonna go back
She
to the
was
very
never-
moment.
Dreams, you
She
of all
was the-
people who watch Doctor Who should know that time is not a single line, but a wibbly wobbly, timey wimey bubble.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly,
Close
timey
the book on
wimey.
the time machine.
Alright, and now here's the big ending.
And now we've doubly
So,
saved
yeah.
another puzzle.
Celeste turns out to be Claire herself, into the present for the day, accepting her fate. She bids farewell to Professor Layton and travels back to her own time, to the day of her tragic accident.
Last part, I did ask if she was from the past.
Alright, so,
Called it.
I guess it means time travel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher
I
Miller.
suppose this is it, Herschel. I have to go back to my own time. Back to that day when we parted.
No, Claire.
I'm sorry, I can't stay.
Aww.
I really should have paid more attention to Doctor Who.
Official canon for the win.
Claire, wait!
We had so many.
And away she goes.
Our future.
Aww.
You won't forget, will you? Our shared past. And our lost future.
Roll credits.
Credits. Ding.
She said the name. She said the name, guys.
You
Yep.
can't go! I don't
Whoa.
want to say goodbye again. I can't. I won't!
I know you. And I know you'll stay strong. After all, that's what a gentleman does. I must go now, Herschel.
My time
Thank you
needs
for
me.
everything.
Lack of music really sets the tone.
Oh, well, now there's
There it
music.
is.
Everything Tio...
You know, I should shut myself sometimes.
Almost everything Tio said today has been executed upon command. She can walk through walls!
She's gone!
No shit.
No shit, Luke. You're not helping.
Jesus.
Shut up, Luke.
Luke, you're not helping here.
Oh.
Aww.
That look what you've made me do, Luke.
Dick Layton has a heart.
Yes. God damn it.
That's what's under the hat. Hey, looks
You
like
made-
Gumshoe's hairdo.
You made me unveil my gumshoe
Really bad
haircut.
hair.
There you go. And now you know why Layton fans don't like to talk about the hat.
Well, I'm
It
okay
brings
with
back
that.
it brings back painful memories.
Yeah. Two painful memories. Losing his long lost love and his horrible haircut.
I bring up the hat because honestly, I think it's one of the most beautiful moments ever.
And
Apparently Clive was adopted by the Clockwork guys.
no.
Yep.
That lady out there, that's the rich lady who adopted him, and yes. Apparently they've been friends. He's been friends with Cog and Spring since for a while. Yeah.
So yeah. Basically, Clive is now out of jail, and he's doing everything to atone for his crimes.
He's not out of jail. He's in jail, but fine.
No. I mean, the photo represented when he eventually does, years later.
Actually, Joe, I'm pretty sure the photo is in the past before the game even started. But fine.
And then Luke, and then
no, it
and
wasn't
then
in the
Clive,
past because he doesn't have a hat on. But
and then Clive died in jail.
Actually, Joe, I'm pretty sure the only reason he got the hat was to improve his disguise as future Luke.
I know. I'm saying it's like, he's actually happy in that photo, and it's
all right.
before he
Basically,
got that for the
all right.
disguise.
So like with the other.
Prime is seducing that girl.
All right. So basically, like like with the previous games, we're seeing a little image recap, but after the image recap, we actually get some new images to tell us what happened even after the ending. So, and I also love this music. This music is called the Last Time Travel, because the original title of the game in Japan is Professor Layton and the Last Time Travel. So yeah, composer Homie Nishida, obviously, the Layton Grand Caravan Orchestra, awesome orchestra. Thank you guys.
Luke, do you see what you've done to me?
There, Professor.
Now everyone knows Dick Layton has a heart.
You made me cry because...
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. The first time I saw that moment, it really hit me because to see the calm and always composed Professor Layton just emotionally lose control like that, it's so... The fact that he's been like this throughout the entire trilogy is what makes this moment so even more powerful.
Because A, I've lost my love, and B, everyone's going to remember me for having a terrible
That look
haircut.
on Don Paulo's face.
Yeah.
There, Professor. Here, you need a hug.
Yeah, Don Paulo's awesome. Gotta love Don Paulo.
I need to go to the barber's shop.
No, Professor, just...
An awesome jazz feel to it too. This is the song, I mean.
Yeah.
No complaints from me.
Well, of course, as Nishiura has given you reasons to complain.
No. Well, I was talking about the jazz, but yeah.
Alright, so this is, there you go, see, Chalmy doing his awesome police work and evacuating people from the underground city. Oh, and
London Bridge is falling down.
Oh yeah, that's one more question I have. How were the test subjects related to the experiments?
Remember, Theo, they were...
No, I know they were captured and getting
And guess what? Turns out Beasley didn't die.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he managed to survive.
They put him back together.
Granny Riddleton caught her and scolded her. Oh, and look, Grafton is giving a flower to Granny.
And the terrible explorer found someone.
Pavelia.
Yeah.
How about this piano? Oh, and there you go. The private tuition was promised. Except Luke and Thor are also there.
wait a minute.
How disappointing!
We're here for your protection, Professor, from the man.
Am I holding a pen or a gun?
Luke, I think it's a crystal.
And Luke, why have you turned into a dog?
I
guess that's a cosplay.
Alright guys, remember how in Curious Village in Pandora's Box, Luke got both the Flora and the Impala mask? Well, now he got also the Dean Delmona mask. So yeah, once again, Luke gets the Impala mask of the game.
So he looks a little disturbed.
It's like collectibles.
Luke.
Oh goody, more forest cooking.
Luke, I know you like the Mission Impossible films, but you can't reenact them.
Goody,
I take it she's not the greatest cook in the world.
Alright, and now it's of course time for Layton and Luke to say goodbye, and now ladies and gentlemen, now that we've had Christopher Miller shining with his voice acting, now it's time for Mira Darling to do the same.
Okay.
Which of course means that we're also going to have to see this in the extras part with London Manila doing it.
Wonderful.
Well, Jova actually insisted for me to include that, so you can blame Jova on this one.
Hey, don't blame me. I requested it, but Pedro
Don't worry, Teo. You'll see.
When we get to the extras part.
Yeah, when we get to the extras part, you'll know.
As punishment, you're recording Sonic Chronicles.
Actually, I'm doing that, so...
Alright, so
damn it, I'll think of something else.
Alright, let's actually...
The Titanic?
Yes, Nick Fury would invite Professor Layton into the Avengers.
Southampton.
Alright, let's listen.
The Titanic.
Let's listen so we can both compare the acting later.
I suppose this is goodbye.
Oh no, my boy. This is so long, not goodbye.
Same thing.
Now look, no gentleman never makes a scene in public.
Even though I did so earlier.
No, it wasn't in public.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm not a gentleman yet.
Aww.
I've never too much to just part like this.
There.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Luke, what did that ship's... Luke! What's the name of the ship again?
Poseidon.
RMS Titanic.
Oh shit, no!
The end.
Don't ruin this.
Hang on, Luke, I'm gonna swim over that!
What? Professor, why did you take me off the ship so soon?
Go on this other ship here.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Goodbye. How have you been?
Okay.
Thanks again for rescuing me.
Okay, bye again, Luke.
Okay.
I'm writing to you because something deeply puzzling happened here recently.
Apparently that ship I was supposed to go on sunk in the middle of the Atlantic.
It seems like the sort of mystery that's tailor-made for Professor Layton and his apprentice. I don't think anyone else could get to the bottom of this.
Wait.
Basically, this is them setting up a possible fourth game, but then later they couldn't really come up with ideas for
So it's a sequel hook that doesn't go anywhere.
No, it's a sequel hook that...
Final puzzle.
Well, the thing is...
How is this the final puzzle?
Hi, Professor! All the information about our next adventure is in this sealed document. Do you like my seal, by the way? It's just like the one you used, except it looks like my hat, and the L stands for Luke. The colour even matches my hat. In fact, the seers made me think of a puzzle. Of the 4 examples, A, B, C, and D, which one is my actual stop? You have to solve this puzzle before breaking the seal.
Oh, shit.
At last, the seal has come to light.
It's B.
All right. Basically, Theo, at the time when this game was being made, they still haven't gotten around to coming up with the ideas for the 4th game. Then, when it got right down to it, Hino decided to make a prequel trilogy rather than a sequel trilogy, because they figured they would have more leeway with that, because that way they would get to explain some more backstory and stuff. But an actual sequel trilogy was never made because after making the 6th game, as I've already explained, none of the writing team could come up with ideas that Hino was satisfied with, so they decided to end the series. At least the main one.
So now we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds. Maybe someday they will get around to the
at this point, they're focusing on Yokai Watch, and quite honestly, they should, because...
Exactly. But we'll just see what the future holds. Maybe someday they'll bring it back.
Yeah, who knows?
We'll see. All right.
And there we go.
I can't wait to start this new adventure with you. Please write back as soon as you get this.
Luke, I'm afraid that ain't gonna happen.
A miracle never happened.
Friend and apprentice, Luke.
Otherwise, I'll just go over to the Ace Attorney series, which seems to be reviving recently.
So yeah, now basically symbolism again, where now he doesn't wear the head all the time, meaning he overcame the burden.
It's so cool that his hair is a gumshoe reference.
Okay, Luke, if there's a puzzle that I do need to solve, is what haircut I should get.
Go for the one modeled after Dick Detective Gumshoe.
Try again.
Phoenix Wright?
I'll just shave it off. It'll grow back.
So yeah, final thoughts. I love, of course, like I've said in the beginning of the display, this is my favorite Nintendo DS game. Not just because I love puzzle games, but because I absolutely love everything about it. I love the music, I love the story, I love the characters. I absolutely love how it closed the original trilogy on a very conclusive note. And I absolutely of all the Layton games, this is quite possibly the most tightly written for me, because when it's trying to be funny, it's hilarious. When it's trying to be heartwarming, it's very emotional. So it's and everything about it works. It's yet again another awesome game that shows off the immense talent that the people at Level 5 have. They put their heart and soul into this, as they always do. And it definitely paid off, and at least for me it did. All right, Theo, since you're the newbie one here, why don't you give your thoughts now?
I really liked it, honestly. I want to see the rest of the series before saying which one's my favorite, but this one, I really liked it. And unlike with what happened in Inokuni, I actually, the plot twist really didn't make me rage. Actually, it was justified enough for me to, accept it and, going with it and agreeing with it. And basically, yeah, that's kind of basically it. I really liked it. The story was satisfying and explanatory enough. The puzzles were engaging. In fact, I managed to solve them, a couple of them on the spot, but others, I should probably play the game myself.
What do you think of Nishihura's post-Rogue Galaxy career?
You mean the
composer,
music?
the composer.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, particularly the theme of a factory and of the streets of future London, quote unquote future London.
Yeah, awesome. Drips, why don't you go?
Aside from some issues that I might have mentioned during the course of this playthrough, what the rest of you said.
Awesome. Jirai.
What everyone else said, and well, towards the end, I was sort of getting worried that some things wouldn't be cleared up, but with the whole doubly solving puzzles thing, everything did get cleared up. So I really have no issue with this game at all.
Actually, no, I have a last question. Sorry, but
Pedro was trying to explain me.
It was about the test subject. How does actually giving speech and conscience to animals related to building a giant robot?
My guess is they were making experiments of their own in their free time.
I guess. Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, Jova.
So yeah, without a doubt, this is my favorite of the Layton games.
Gee, what an original opinion. But then again, so is mine, so I can't really speak for that.
And honestly, I find it the best one. It's the Layton game that finally broke the trend of, everything being fake, because it actually turned out that the time machine actually was real. And this was actually the first time one of the more outlandish stuff turned out to be real. But yeah, I love the story, I love the characters, and I love how we get to see what is underneath that hat. I'm not one who's bothered by bringing it up, because I just see it as happiness, one of the most greatest scenes ever.
Well, Joe, but when I say the whole painful memories thing, I'm mostly kidding. I'm not saying, of course.
I know. Don't worry, I know.
It's kind of a running gag between Layton fans, where every time someone who doesn't know this game talks about, why doesn't he take off the hat? Don't mention the hat, please.
Although I do have to say,
speak about the hat these parts, partner.
All right, so yeah.
Anywho, as I was going on, but yeah, I love how the story weaves everything together. I love the themes. And a little side note, the Ace Attorney fan in me sort of giggled, if that is intentional, that they modeled his hair after Dick Detective Gumshoes. It's a perfect Rager, just light brown.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also liked how they introduced Celeste. It was a nice plot element. We get to see a whole new side to Layton's character, but not without it seeming contrived. The music is awesome.
Yep.
And yeah, like you guys said, the writing comes together at every part, for the most part. And yes, it has some of my favorite characters like Puzzlette, Rosetta Stone, the family, Clive, you name it. So yeah, awesome game, awesome experience. I consider it the best Layton game.
That's an interesting thing.
And yeah, if you haven't played it, then I recommend you do.
Yeah, totally.
That's the interesting thing. Like, Level 5 has been mostly doing handheld games in recent years. But the effort and care that they put in their games is more than a lot of AAA console games you see nowadays. So there's always that, at least. Level 5 is one of those developers that prove that just because you're in a handheld, that doesn't mean you can go all out. So, awesome. All right, see you everybody for the extras part.
See you
then.